This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, where we share the stories of our favorite local brands. Today, I'm excited to introduce you to Valerie McCawley of Peak Roofing. Valerie, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, I'm excited to learn more about you and your business. So let's start there. Share with us a little bit about Peak Roofing.
So Peak Roofing is a family-owned and operated business right out of Fauquier County. It is a brother-sister duo with their spouses. Peak will be in business this November, 19 years. We're celebrating 19 years. So Peak Roofing was started right out of the basement of the brother-sister duo, and they have just grown it into this amazing company today. 19 years later, it's pretty awesome.
Well, that is amazing. 19 years. That is something to really celebrate. And so I'd love to learn a little bit more. Tell us a little bit about the history of the business.
Sure. So Dawn and Bud, the brother-sister duo, they actually came from a background of roofing. They were going to purchase a roofing company that the owner was ready to sell. It ended up not being a good fit. So they were like, you know what, we can do this. And again, they did. The two of them just branched out. And here we are now with, I believe it's 37 full-time staff, a whole fleet of vehicles. We have one office in Fauquier County. We have a secondary office in Winchester. Our service area is all of Northern Virginia, down the Shenandoah Valley, wrapping up through, Charlottesville and upwards way to back up towards Fauquier. So again, it's huge. Stafford, Fredericksburg are big areas that we service as well. And we are super happy to be a part of it all.
Amazing. You cover a lot of ground.
We do.
Yeah. So talk to me a little bit about, I know that Peak Roofing cares a lot about the community. So talk to me a little bit about ways in which you give back.
Absolutely. So the one thing Peak loves is like you said, to give back to the community in all kinds of ways, whether it's let me back up. Community events, as in like Fauquier Fish. I was trying to think of some of the names. Fauquier Fish, Habitat for Humanity. Alzheimer's is probably our biggest passion that we work for. We do Spirit Days and Spirit Nights fundraising all year. We do one big event every year for Alzheimer's. Our one this year is golf in September. So we're really looking forward to that. So between community events, sponsorships, drives, again, any way we can give back, Peak is here for it.
That's amazing. I love that so much. So tell me, what is something that you wish the listeners knew about Peak Roofing?
My favorite tagline in the whole world is we are so much more than a roofing company. A lot of people hear Peak Roofing and they're like, oh, I have an issue with my siding, and we don't come to mind. But Peak Roofing is, again, so much more than a roofing company. We can handle all of your home's exterior needs. So we handle things from obviously all roofing types, siding, windows, doors, gutters, everything on the outside of your home. We also install solar, which is pretty exciting. We do solar shingles, which is a little bit different than the normal traditional rack panels that you see, the big heavy glass panels. So that's a whole different conversation, but we do solar, everything on the exterior of your home. So we just hope and wish that if people had any type of exterior home projects, they would call Peak to let us come take a look and take a bid. And we'd be happy to diagnose it.
Amazing. You cover way more services than I expected.
It's wonderful. Peak is such, again, your one-stop shop for all your home exterior needs, we like to say.
That's amazing. No wonder they've been in business 19 years. So tell me, do you find that there are any myths or misconceptions about whether the company or the industry in general?
I think the industry in general might have a little bit of a bad name to it with a lot of like no callbacks or no shows. And we kind of get grouped into that. Everybody's human and mistakes are made, but we really pride ourselves on making sure that if something is amiss, we're going to fix it. We're going to show up. That's our biggest thing, is like, if you call and make an appointment with us, we're going to be there. Unless there's 911, something crazy happened. But I think there's a lot of times there's that, the door knocker motto where they knock on your door and they get your deposit and then they just never show back up. That would never happen through Peak Roofing. We make sure our integrity is so important to us and our customer service and what we provide. So I do think there's a little bit of misconception on the trades that sometimes people are just out there for the money versus taking care and building that rapport. And we're all about the rapport. We do small repairs all the way up to the big, huge replacements. And that's one thing that we pride ourselves on is we want you to call us for the little things. And hopefully we build that trust and that partnership to where when the bigger things happen, you think of us and we'll come top of mind and be able to come out and help for that. So I think that might be probably the biggest hurdle is that people are already like, oh, I don't want to do this because they're scared they're going to get that bad customer service. We're here to say that will not happen. You become Peak family to us. Once you make that phone call and you're with us for life. So we want to always take care of you, whether it's 2 years down the road for a new project or 10 years, we need to revisit what we've done. We're here for you.
Well, thank you for sharing that. That's so important. I think there's so many horror stories out there. So to know that there's a company out there that cares and that no job is too small and you're there for their lifetime of their home. So thank you for sharing that. I love it. So tell me, if the listeners want to reach out to you, want to learn more about Peak Roofing, how can they find you?
Absolutely. So we are on every social media platform there is. So you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, all the fun social media platforms. We have our website, www.peakroofingcontractors.com, and you can get a lot of information there. You can definitely give the office a call at any time. We'll be happy to answer a random question all the way up to setting up a full estimate and all the things. So, and they can absolutely call the office at any time at 703-753-4585.
Awesome. Valerie, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today and sharing Peak Roofing with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it so much. I love spreading the word of Peak. That's what I do.
Amazing.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com. That's fxbgneighborspodcast.com or call 540-534-4618.